Okay, we're standing here in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas, known all over the world for its beautiful, pure water. And we have the privilege of Jeff Green from California, National Citizens for Safe Drinking Water. Take it from here, Jeff.
Well, one of the reasons we're here is because there's actually legislation that's being introduced into the Arkansas State Legislature. And it's during an off session, but in the sense what's happening is that we're explaining the values of having what we call a criteria bill. A bill that basically will establish accountability, will establish transparency and full disclosure. It will make certain that there's a compliance with all the existing laws, not just those that are mandated by fluoridation in Arkansas now, and also compliance with the standards that are already established as well. And so the task in front of this particular group is basically to make certain that they understand that there are loopholes in the existing legislation and regulations, not only in Arkansas, but in almost every state across the country. And more specifically, what this bill is asking for is that if you're that the water operator who has the burden of selecting a substance that's going to fulfill what the legislation said was going to happen, that they've got to be able to have the tools available to them so that they can make certain if they're buying a product, that it's a product that actually will fulfill the idea of reducing tooth decay, and that it'll do so not only effectively by making certain that it actually does work, but that it's also safe for everybody across the board, all the infants, the elderly, all the people who are afforded equal protection. When we talk about transparency and disclosure, transparency so that even the water operator can learn enough about what the product is that they're not, basically told, trust me, when in fact they really need to know what's in the product and, what kind of contaminants exist there. Not necessarily because they're good or bad, but because they need to know that they've got another job besides fluoridating. They got a job of providing the best water possible for their community. The other part is compliance with law. In Arkansas, along with most other states, they actually have requirement to meet a standard 6D, which basically requires that a chemical supplier has to provide a lot of detail about their own product. And so this basically is outlining the fact that they have the opportunity, and not only the opportunity but the right to go get that information so that they're not working blindly. But also, almost all these water districts follow AWWA rules, American Water Works Association rules. And under the American Water Works, there happens to be an impurity section for each one of the chemicals that basically states that they shouldn't be adding anything that's capable of causing any deleterious or injurious effects. So this isn't something that's determined by a health department or determined by someone else. This is something that the water operator has to not only investigate, but they have to maintain. So whatever they're putting in the water can't be capable of causing harm to people. And so ultimately, what that means is that given this kind of information, it means that the public as a whole would have some opportunity that instead of worrying or fighting or their water district, that in fact this information is made available so the public can see it, so that they're assured that their own water district is doing what they were hoping they were doing in the first place. They're very best at putting out the best water possible.